Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to cover. So the way that you want to program something, I'll give you a document on this too, on the principle of training. But so the example I'll give people is, okay, if you walk all your life, your legs aren't going to get any stronger because walking is easy. You wash the dishes all your life, your arm's going to get any stronger. It's not going to tone your arm because washing dishes is easy. And so when you have the little time that you have to work out, you want to do things that are easy, right? So if you could do something more than 20 reps, in my opinion, that's kind of easy, especially if the goal is strength training. If you want to work on endurance, then yes, there are time for conditioning and high rep stuff. But our goal is to get stronger. So your ligaments can get stronger, your bone density will be better, your joint integrity will be better. Then you wouldn't. Yes, but there are some movements that could be not as safe to do very low reps. Anything that's above your head, especially if it's a new movement like military press or incline press, or snatch or jerk, or yeah, then it's not a good idea to do very heavy, very low repetition, at least in the beginning. And so, the different exercises I will be giving you will have different rep ranges specific to that movement. And so something like the deadlift, it's a very heavy movement. It's a very safe movement too, because you pick it up, if you can't do it, you drop it and it hits the floor. It won't touch you. So it's a very safe movement to do, given that your form is good. So something like that, then you can do very low rep, very high weight. If you do a very high load on the deadlift, or if you do a very low load on the deadlift, very high reps, while the weakest link of the body, which is your forearm during the deadlift, will be limiting you from working your glutes, which is what deadlift helps in your lower back, and your hamstring, and a little bit of your shoulder. So we don't want your forearm to be the limitation of the deadlift, and your forearm will give out when you do very high rep stuff, because if you're carrying something really heavy like 200 pounds of weight, and you're carrying it, and you're doing deadlift really slow, or that you're doing very high rep stuff, well, you'll never really feel your glutes and your hamstring and your lower back at that much weight, but your forearm will give out. And so a movement like that, then we want to, after you get the form down, I want you to just do 4 or 6. Like, in my opinion, deadlift, 6 reps is very high rep. Like, I make fun of people, it's like, if you do more than 6 reps on deadlift, you're doing cardio. That's my opinion. Yeah. So there will be different reps for different movements, and how you will progress from that, and this will also be explained in your document, is that to keep things very simple. For example, if you're trying to do bench press on workout A, and the bench press, I put down 8 reps for 3 sets. Okay, so what I want you to do is try to do 3 sets for 8 reps each for each set, using a load that's challenging. And so if you found out that you could do that 3 sets of 8 for 135 pounds, then 135 pounds is easy for you, because you can do 3 sets of 8. So then the next time you work out, you just increase that weight by maybe 20%. So now you're lifting 150 pounds, okay? And then surely your rep will go down, but maybe not your first set. Your first set, you might still be able to do a set for 8, but your second set, you might only do 4. And then the third set, you might only do 1, or not even. You might need a spotter. Then the goal then is to chase after 3 sets of 8. So the second time you work out, the third time you work out, your first set, you can easily knock out a set of 8. And then second set, a set of maybe 7 this time. And then the next set, a set of 5 this time. And the next workout, following workout, the next time you do bench press, then you may be able to do 3 sets of 8, again at 150 pounds. Well, now you've gotten stronger. So then you put more weights on, and that's what you will write down. And so, people always say, oh, you got to confuse the body because it plateaus or whatever. Well, when people sell you that, like P90X, it's that you go from yoga to plyometric to kickboxing, and then to weight training to whatever. You're playing with too many variables that your body doesn't ever get good at anything, right? And so the only muscle confusion you need, it's more weight on the bar. That's the only confusing factor you need to play with, or more reps of the same weight. So if you're used to deadlifting 135 pounds for 6 reps for 3 sets, confuse your body by putting 20 pounds more on, then your body's like, whoa, what the heck, you know? I can do 2 sets of 3, and that's it. And so that's it. That's how you program them. And so that will be explained, and also in the articles I'll be sending you. But in general, it will be pretty low reps than what you're used to doing, especially compared to if you've been doing like the bodybuilding type of workout, like pumping and feeling, you know, the veins and the soreness and all that. It's like, well, there's a place for that, and sometimes you can do that. But for strength training, it is about lifting heavy things instead of lifting things for a long period of time, or without much rest, or with a lot of reps. That would be the opposite of strength training. That would be more endurance and chasing after soreness and sweating, which is not what we're chasing after.